Good day, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the show on this Tuesday, the 16th of February, 2021. Thank you for tuning in. Glad to have you guys here. Now, our big story today is Texas. The state of Texas, the Lone Star State. 4 million people in Texas are without power. And, in normal circumstances, when you're without power, they just stay in their house, and kind of wait until the power comes on or whatever, but not in these circumstances, because there's an unusual circumstances right now where it's bitter cold and wind. There's a lot of people, a lot of houses down in the southeastern United States, around Texas and places like that. They don't have sufficient. They live in trailers, and a lot of people live in trailers, or they live in houses that don't have sufficient insulation or insulative value against cold. And they don't have any second source of heat other than the electrical heat. Generally is all they rely upon. Generally, maybe they might have a heat pump on their house, and a lot of the concrete block homes in around Texas and stuff, what they do is on the inside of the concrete blocks, they just put furring strips, which is basically 1-inch thick wood, and then that's all the insulation they have is like 1 inch of insulation on a lot of concrete block homes, and a lot of people live in trailer parks and stuff. Wind blows right, especially the older trailers. They used to have those louvered windows, and you can even shut those louvered windows tight, and the slightest little bit of breeze hits those windows. And it's windy right now, and the wind chill is 6 degrees, 6 degrees Fahrenheit. The wind chill in Texas right now, so it's cold. It's pretty much about the same temperature it is here in Canada right now. And what it is a weather phenomenon that I talked about yesterday. The polar vortex is down in Texas. So a lot of people, they don't know what to do. Their house is too cold right now. There's no electricity. The house is dark and cold. And so they're going out and they're actually quite literally starting their car up to try to warm up, while this cold wind blows in Texas. So we got a big situation in Texas right now with this polar vortex. And when will it relent? I'm not sure, but 4 million people is an awful lot of people to have without power. Let's get started and let's open up the charts right here and take a look at what's going on. First thing we're going to take a look at is cryptocurrency. Cryptocurrency today, it hit $50,000. Cryptocurrency hit $50,000 for Bitcoin. Well, it's backed off to 48,744 right now. I figured when it touched that $50,000 mark, there's an awful lot probably sell orders in there. So boom, it touches 50,000. They got all the sell orders ready. Everybody's like, I'm going to sell when it hits 50,000. And so then it backs away. And that's typical, to a big mark like 50,000, 100,000, and it passed 20,000. Those are big marks. It's and generally what something will do is it'll go up and hit a certain price point like that. Like, say if silver was going up, and silver went up and it hit $50. Well, there'd be a lot of sell orders right at $50, and so it'd back away from it at first. But it hasn't backed away that far. It's at 48,882 right now, so it's pushing to get that 50,000 mark. And this time, if it goes through it, if it busts through the 50,000 mark, and it doesn't hit all those sell orders again, it'll continue to tranche higher, and that's kind of what I'm expecting right now with Bitcoin. It's on a tear. It's on a tear, So we're looking at a Bitcoin price 48,700, and Ethereum's at 1760. Polkadot's at $30.16. Cardano's at 86 cents. XRP's at 52 cents. Binance Coin's at 129, and Litecoin's at 206. So Litecoin's fell back a little bit. It was up to 220 there last night. Silver price today. Silver is dipsy-doodling up and down today. It's down 26 cents right now at $27.30 for silver. Well, there you have it for silver. But now let's check gold. See what gold's doing today. Gold is dipsy doodling too. A lot of volatility in the market today for gold and silver. 1802 for gold. And look at that big swoop there. And the green is today on the chart. You know, a big swoop down and then a big swoop up and then now a big swoop down again. Volatility has entered the market for gold and silver right now, today. Dow Jones Industrial Average today is it's up 39 points at 31,497. Up with this market. It's just a stairway up, you know, but the stairway can't go forever, you know. The Fed, listen, I want to tell you guys, your stimmy checks, okay? They say they're putting a rush on it. Well, they said that back before January. back last year, the end of last year, they're saying they're putting a rush on it. Well, they're finally getting the time scale down to when you're going to get them. It looks like you're going to get them around the end of March, the 1st of April. So they say that's quick. 90 days it's taken them. 3 months it's taken them. And they say that's quick. I guess for government that's fast. But I mean, for everybody else, you know, if we decided to wait 3 months, you know, they would say, "What in the hell's wrong with you? Can't you do it quicker than that?" But for government, that's fast. Boy, they've had it soft, the government, you know, and this is why they've grown so large. Government should be small, should be very, very small. Government's grown far, far too large from what it should be. But you know, now we have something new that we've never had before. We have the ability to create an autonomous government, a computer government. Cryptocurrencies has offered us this possibility so that we can get rid of most all the government employees except for just a few, very few, at a certain time, you know. I mean, it's an overburdened system because basically, you ever heard the old saying pencil pushers? That's what they are, pencil pushers, you know. And now with computers, there's a whole big industries that we're not going to need anymore, you know, for many jobs. There's a lot of jobs like for lawyers that lawyers do, like transferring titles and deeds and everything else, all be done by computer now. So a lot of work for lawyers will be gone. Certified public accountants, a lot of their work's going to be gone now with the new blockchain technology, you know. Jobs like that, and jobs within government, these pencil pushers. There's no reason why you can't, with computer technology, you can't trim government down to just essential, you know. And that's really what government should be, just essential. It shouldn't be this over-bloated monstrosity that we have now that's sucking from the system to the point where and they don't get anything done anyway, for crying out loud. So there's your Dow for today. Let's take a look now at crude oil. 59.75 today, and we're seeing crude oil is up 28 cents. It's just under the $60 mark. You can see that crude oil was 40 bucks, okay? Actually, it was negative 40 bucks, if you can imagine that. But it went up to $40, and it was at $40 for a while. That was kind of indicating the lowest point of the deflation that we were in from this sickness that we've had over the past number of months. That was indicating pretty much the lowest point, or the most deflationary point. Now, you know, crude oils went up to $60. Crude oil is a tremendously good indicator of inflation. So's gold. Tremendously good. What did the gold price do? The gold price isn't where it was, you know. It's up. It's you want to sell gold right now, you get nearly double what you would have got a couple years ago. You know, move index today 4701 for the move index. It's up 1%, 1 full percent. And so move index has been starting to creep up because we're down to a low of 42.53, and now we're at 47. The trouble spot with the move index is when it crosses 75. That's when the government gets antsy and they want to react, because this could freeze the credit markets. This is your credit markets right here. Bonds and rates today. And bonds are something too, that they cannot let these go up. But they are going up. And you know, the Fed already has an effect on bonds. On the long end of the yield curve, the 30-year, the 10-year, I would say the effect that the Fed has on suppressing these rates right now, even though they say they're not doing yield curve control, still they have an effect on keeping the rates down. It's about 200 basis points. That's the effect of the Fed. Now, if you remove the Fed, the bond yields would jump 200 basis points right away, you know. But effectively, the Fed is gonna, if these rates continue to go up the way they are, they're gonna have to instate a yield curve control policy. If they do that, it's gonna be off to the races for gold and silver and cryptos. If they announce a yield curve control, if they start doing open yield curve control, and that's what could happen. Now let's take a look at the U.S. dollar index today. 90.50, and the dollar index is taking a little tick upwards. 90.50 today. Listen, thank you guys for listening to my show. If you're in Texas, and I probably have quite a few viewers in Texas, maybe 100 or more, or hundreds of viewers in Texas, maybe they can't view my show right now. I don't know, or maybe their cell phones, maybe they're able to charge up their cell phone and watch it on their cell phone, you know. Try to stay warm, guys. Try to stay warm, and the power will come back on at a certain point, you know, and you can warm your house back up again and everything. 4 million people out, imagine that. Thank you guys for listening to my show. Remember, ring that notification bell, like and subscribe to the channel, and we'll catch you guys in the very next episode. Bye-bye.